Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I'm going to be installing this Craftsman toolbox into my new 2022 Silverado LTD. This is my new work truck. Posted a video about this the other day. Needed a toolbox to store some equipment and tools and things like that when I'm on the road working. So I went out to one of my local stores and found this one. Relatively good price, had some good reviews. I don't need something fancy. Toolboxes can get relatively expensive. This seemed to be pretty reasonable. Let's dig into this. I'm gonna unbox it here and show you what's all involved in installing this. So this is a Craftsman toolbox, and it is the deeper style. They do have a version of this that is a low profile. Basically, this gives you about another 1.5 inches of space on the inside, which equates to about 1 more cubic foot of space. Not a lot, but it's still, you know, considerable when you're storing stuff. But here is the mechanism on the side. So it's got the 2 keys, and once you have the key installed into the slot, it works by basically, that's the unlocked position and this is the locked position. And when it's locked, when you push in on this, it doesn't move that little bar. But when it's locked, it can move that bar, which in turn actuates the levers here and here. So, and also what's nice is you can have this side locked, and then you can be on the other side of the truck and do the same thing and come over here, unlock it, and pop the lid. So here's the inside of the box. It's nice and deep. It does come with this little tray that you can put stuff in, and it can move from side to side. Kind of nice. It is nice and deep. It does have these little shock arms to hold the lid up. A little bit of weather stripping back there to keep it weatherproof. And then it also comes with the installation kit. There's just a handful of J-bolts that are going to go underneath the rail on the bed. Some paperwork here, probably some installation instructions. So now I got to get that box up into the bed. It doesn't weigh a ton. I mean, I can pick it up and move it myself. All right, so I have this thing positioned now right where I want it. Initially, I had it pushed up all the way against this rail in the back, but you can see maybe there's a little bit of a gap between the back of the bed here and the toolbox itself. I can fit my fingers in. But if I push the toolbox all the way against that, when I open it, it was hitting the back of the cab here. So I spaced it from the corner of this trim piece here to about 2 5/8 inches back. So if I measure from here to there, it's about 2 5/8. I got it even on both sides, and when it opens, there's about a 1/2 inch of clearance all the way across the glass. Another thing you need to do is get it spaced in the bed centered. So there's about a 1/2 inch here on both sides, with the thing pretty much centered in the bed. Now let's take a look at the hardware that comes with it. In the hardware pack, there's some J-bolts, some fender washers, a couple of nylon lock nuts, and then these plastic washers as well. They also include these little vinyl strips. If your toolbox is going to be sitting directly on an aluminum bed, like a Ford has an aluminum bed, I think, they say to put the strips in between the bed and the toolbox. That way it doesn't mess up somehow. But since this Silverado has the plastic rails, you don't really need that. If your truck has plastic rails, the bed can just sit right on there, no problem. And you know, over time it might scuff, but if you get those J-bolts tight, it's not going to move. The way those J-bolts get installed is there's little slots inside the toolbox. You see there's one there and there's one there. Same thing on the other side. So you're going to put 2 on this side, 2 on that side. You put them through, and then you're going to hook underneath the bed rail here. Make sure you get on the metal. You don't want to get into the plastic because there's 2 lips here. If you get under the plastic, it's not really going to hold it on. So you can see there's like, if you get it under the plastic, but then under the metal is what you really want to get, so that it's nice and connected. So you're going to take your J-bolt, you're going to stick it down through the hole, and make sure you get it under the lip of the bed, and that looks like that's it right there. Then you're going to take your big flat washer, drop it over, take one of your nylon lock nuts and start tightening it down. Alright, so I got these installed off camera. They're kind of finicky because it's just finicky. What I found is you can put one hand here, hold this J-bolt in place while you tighten up the nut on the top, and you can reach back and you can get to this one too. Alright, so I got it installed. I got both sides tightened down. These bolts do stick up quite a bit. There's probably 1.25 inches worth of threads hanging out. Maybe would annoy some people, but just figured I'd mention it. You can see there that one. And then on this side, these stick out just about the same. Now I must have shifted the box when I was tightening it down because I lost my reveal edge over here. And I have a much larger reveal edge over here, but I'm not going to let it bother me. And with the key, if you want to open it, insert the key, do a little turn, it's locked. That's the unlock, pops right open. I think there's one more part here. Nice. Now all I got to do is fill it up with some stuff. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Love it if you subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Later.